Hello everybody, my name is Fireball RKO48 and welcome to a new video of sorts that I am going to do. If you have not known, or if you're I guess unknowledgeable is the best word I can put for this. You know that TENNOCON has happened this past weekend, and I'm the big Warframe fan, so I was going to do a reaction video for it, but again, editing was going to be a pain, and I think editing for this is going to be a little bit easier than doing that, so we're just going to kind of recap some of the big things that happened during the TENNOCON stream. So let's dive straight into it. Obviously, some of the big highlights from the TENNOCON was, obviously, we knew they were going to make a cover for, or let me rephrase that, not a cover, but a fan medley of Party of Your Lifetime. Dee's been asking for it for, I don't know how long, but they've been asking for it. It just so happens, I was actually featured in that fan medley, which I will leave in the comment section below to go ahead and watch it and enjoy it, and you can see me sing along with tons of other fans of Warframe who really enjoyed the song. Again, I feel like when that happened, I squealed like a little girl, so oh yeah, I was really happy to see myself in that. Now let's go into, I guess, the Tenno concert, their first ever Tenno concert. Matthew Chalmers, that was his first time ever doing concerts. Used to being, in the bag, doing sound set, and then he does the concert, and y'all did a fantastic job. I enjoyed the concert. It was really phenomenal to watch. Again, I don't know if you are watching this after the fact of me editing this video, but I really enjoyed the Tenno concert. It was fun to relive some of the iconic Warframe theme, and of course starting off with Steve, starting with the Smiles of Duran to take its pain away. Such a good song. And going into the 1999 soundtrack, which gorgeous, I say. I love those songs. Like, the 1999's tracks are so fantastic. I swear to you, they are so good. But we had that happen, and then of course they finished the 1999 songs. They everybody wanted an encore, and they came back and hit us two of the iconic songs that they've done fan medleys for in the past. They did We All Live Together, and one of my personal favorites, Sleeping in the Cold Below. Again, if you have not listened to any of the Warframe soundtracks by themselves, go listen to them. They are fantastic. And again, they're probably, the Tenno concert may be up on Twitch or YouTube. Again, I don't know. You'll have to wait and see. But again, there's going to be some fun parts of it. Then we get into day 2 of the con, where basically they start having reveals, which we knew. I'm gonna already say there were some reveals that I predicted. Like, I will tell you when I get to it, the ones I predicted, and hey, they came true. So let's get on to one of the big things. The first big thing that really happened was they announced their next Prime frame, which was in fact Caliban Prime. I called this. I know a lot of people were thinking Jar was going to get the Prime, but I was like, next one's going to be Caliban Prime. And there's another good reason why I think they're going to be, why I would with the next one, but I will tell you that later. Again, Caliban is coming with the next Prime. Now, do we know the release date of Caliban Prime yet? No, we do not. What we do have, again, I'm showing pictures of basically all the stuff from Caliban and his sentience that he summons. And we also know he's coming with his signature scythe, So he's getting his signature scythe prime, which again I called that one too. The thing I didn't see coming was the next prime, which is a brand new weapon entirely. I'm gonna try to play if I. It's a new sniper rifle. Now again, the name will be on screen as I saw the sniper rifle. It's a new weapon entirely. It's been a while since we've had a prime sniper rifle, as they said, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with having another prime sniper rifle. I just didn't expect one to get Caliban of all Warframes. But hey, we'll see what it has to offer when it comes on. But you know, that was really, really good. Going into, you know, obviously seeing a lot of the actors, the sounds, talking about different things, you know, getting to see kind of the inner workings of Warframe and DE. You know, they also, I mean, I would talk about Soulframe, but I don't have Soulframe nor have played it. I will say, if you've not seen this Soulframe demo, go watch it. If you want to try it, you're more than welcome to. It's currently still in alpha, so it's not out to the public yet. But they did show it, and it's really, really cool. Now we're going to the next thing that they announced. During the narrative of Warframe, they were talking about different things. You know, Kat was actually going on to talk about the chems and all about the chem system. Then there was a reveal. It expanded. We were getting new proto frames, and however, I will tell you the proto frames later, because they also showed concept for a new devil-based Warframe, which again I will show you that later as well, because it will tie into something else. However, I will also say this, and Kat did say this: these new proto frames are dateable. So interesting. What proto frames are they? You'll have to wait until I get to that point. Okay? Okay. Now, let's get into the next thing. Now, let's get into the Tenno Live. The big thing that everybody came to see. What came next was, obviously, they brought in the people who usually come for the dev stream. Pablo comes in, you know, Rebecca, Megan, and Steve, all those people. You know, they come in and to get ready for things. They did giveaways and all that sort of stuff, like typical DE. So what they did next is they talked about the next update in Warframe, which is an unannounced fall update. They don't have a name for that. We know there's a new Warframe that is probably going to be mushroom or fungus based. That's all they said. They made puns of fungus and stuff like that, so most people are leaning towards a mushroom based Warframe, which I'm okay with. And so what's that's going to entail? No one knows. However, they also did say some new things in it. They announced the next Warframe that's getting a deluxe skin. The next Warframe that is getting a deluxe skin is Lavos. Lavos has not had a deluxe skin, and it actually looks really, really good from what I've heard. And you know, almost gives that. I mean, even from my own fashion frame for Lavos Prime right now, it kind of has that Plague Doctor aesthetic. So, and it looks very much like evil scientist doctor vibes in my mind. But that's just me based on what the concept art was shown. Again, I've shown you the concept art already. Probably at this point. If I didn't, RKO, you're an idiot. They also announced the next Warframe that's getting a rework. And it is about time it's gotten a rework. The next Warframe that is getting a rework is Oberon. Oberon is needed it for God knows how long at this point. Oberon is a frame that I know some people use a lot, but even from what I've heard from the Oberon mains, they said they even needed a rework, which I'll give it to you, Oberon players. I'll give it to you. I don't know how to play Oberon as well as you can, but he needs it. So, okay. He's getting a rework. Now, what is he going to get? we'll have to wait for what Pablo is cooking up, because we, as the crowd chanted, let Pablo cook. Because Pablo does do some good cooking. And they, of course, as I said, the next Warframe, which, again, wouldn't let us. Then came the announcements of, that we were waiting for, was the new Proto Frames. They're known as the Devil's Triad. And there is 2 Warframes that have already been used that are getting it. Both of them I have builds for, by the way, which I'm so happy for, so I don't have to make another build to use them. One is Harrow. Remember the Chains of Harrow, folks? Yeah, Harrow, the Priest Warframe, is getting one. But the next one, which I about died, and I about squealed, is Wisp. Wisp, my main, is getting a Proto Frame. Oh my gosh, you mad people. I can't help but gush right now. Wisp, and she looks so darn good. But Wisp is getting a Proto Frame, as well as the new Devil Warframe, which is an inspiration from Minky, which, rest in peace, Minky, you're getting it. Oh, I also forgot to mention this too, now that I'm going back into it after the Proto Frames. I'll mention it after a little bit. But yes, the Proto Frames we're getting are Harrow and Wisp. Harrow, Wisp, and Uriel. I don't remember the exact name for the Devil Frame. Again, my brain's foggy at this point. But, however, let's get into, they also announced during, not Tenno Live specifically, I don't believe, they announced we're getting a new Zephyr skin during Quest to Conquer Cancer. If we get all the tier, we're gonna get a new Zephyr Conquera skin, which was inspiration from Minky, which I think it's well deserved. Minky was very, very impactful in the Warframe Digital Extreme team, so I think it deserves to be put in just in homage and in respect to Minky. Now, let's get on to the next part, which is what most people were excited for. D had been hyping up, or well, not hyping up is the right word. I guess the terminology should be setting up for their next update, which we were just seeing Fallen Prime. We saw Distant Land, looks like a battleground. Most people theorized that we were going to Tau. However, no one really knew. All that we knew was a song was being played in the background, which I will actually play right now for you because it's a fantastic song. It's called Lullaby of the Manifold. And as soon as this song concludes, I will be back to talk more about what happened in the demo.
Cast and cry, raise the million pylons high. All our kin were bound to fly for that far shore forlorn.
I hope y'all enjoyed that song as much as I have waiting for this. I also forgot to mention this one thing that they did even say. They had another team or other people help them make a new quest for the unannounced fall update, basically a mod quest known as the Teacher, where it's gonna quote unquote introduce Teshin into the lore of Warframe. So I forgot to mention that. So again, sorry for missing it. Now let's get on to what you really want to talk about. The old piece, the new update in Warframe. But what they showcased was a lot. What they first showed is us playing as Excalibur Prime. Yes, you heard me right. We're gonna play as Excalibur Prime. And where we're in this battlefield. Like, apparently, we're in this battlefield and we're taking on, looks like a sentient. Again, I can't remember the name. I hopefully will put the name on screen of what the big enemy that you're fighting is. Now, again, we're in this battlefield trying to place kind of a combat training unknowing to us. Most people, I was one of the people thinking, uh-oh, we're fighting the sentients yet again. However, in that, when we're fighting him, we were just, as said, we were in a training session with our friend that was a sentient. Yes, you heard me correct. The Tenno was originally allied with the sentients before the Orokin Empire. Again, I repeat, we are going before the Orokin Empire came in. This is before all that, before the Orokin Empire took everything. This is a thing before that, which nobody thought of, because this story is apparently focused more on the operator story. Now again, I'm gonna say with one thing I saw in a comment section, I think they should tackle this basically after Lotus Eaters, because we know the Drifter goes to 1999, but what happens with the operator in this time? We know that, but what goes on there? So let's get in, and now we go in, we see this boss, and we talk to this new friend of ours named, I can't remember his name. Again, I will put his name on the screen because I don't remember at this very point. I think it's Adis. I don't remember. But he was our new ally. He is an ally and a friend of ours. And we go back into what seems like a academy where sentients, Grenier, and Tenno were aligned with each other, where it was nothing but peace. Peace in the world of Warframe. And what we notice here is we go in, we see Ballas and hear Ballas, but he doesn't look as big as the jerk as we know him to be later on. We go through kind of the academy where, you know, we're helping our friend out, all that sort of thing. And we get called into battle to fight in this separatist group run by some Dax soldiers. Now, all we know is it's a separatist group. Now, exactly what kind of separatist group, we don't really know. However, we also learn with this, I couldn't find a good picture of this at the moment. In this update, we're getting an operator rework, because apparently D has said the operators are getting ultimate abilities. Because apparently in the thing, we pulled a big, huge, stinking weapon from the void and sliced a cannon in just one perfect slice. What? Say what? What in the world? And then we go and fight another sentient that was overridden by the separatist. Unfortunately, we had to kill it in front of our friend's eyes. Unfortunately. Now, and that's where technically the demo ended, was us taking out the sentient that was overridden by the separatist, which, in a kind ways of saying this, screw you too, buddy. However, that wasn't the last thing. The last thing they told us in 2006, we are in fact be going into that Tau. Tau is officially been confirmed. We are going to Tau, which a lot of people are hyped as heck to see. I'm hyped to see this myself. But again, what will happen? No one really knows what we're gonna see. However, this TennoCon was fantastic. I really loved it. This has probably been my favorite TennoCon of the times I've been. Again, the first one I ever was part of was when they introduced and showcased the demo of the Deviri Paradox, which, again, Deviri Paradox was an excellent quest, so I'm not gonna complain. But this was a really, really, really good one. Again, I'm really hyped about this. This has been really fantastic TennoCon news. Everything was fantastic. We learned so much. So, again, I hope you have enjoyed the content. And again, please, if you like my channel, like my stuff I make on my channel, again, leave a like and comment. And again, subscribe to my channel. Again, I try to post videos as much as I can when I'm not busy. But then again, I said, if you're on Warframe, please communicate with me. I'll try to talk with you, and if you need some help, again, I'll try to help you as best I can. I mean, I'm not the best. I'm not the, wouldn't call myself the quote-unquote best in the world at Warframe, but I'm pretty good at it. However, I will hope to see you the next time we make a video, whatever it may be, whether it be Warframe, Subnautica Below Zero, Pokemon Fire Red, or even new games. I hope to see you next time. This is Fireball Archeo 48 saying, peace out, guys.
I'm not for sure.